Hey, AP Physics students. Let me give you a few hints about one textbook problem, and that's T9.3, number 92. And this is our only problem that we'll be doing regarding capacitors. So capacitors are kind of the opposite exactly of resistors. In other words, if you have again, we need to draw a diagram of this. And so as you see in number 92, what we've got is a parallel circuit with a 3 microfarad and a 7 microfarad capacitor. This is in series with a 5 microfarad. So this is, again, circuitry behaves much differently for the capacitor than it does a resistor. So when you have, do you recall that for a resistor, if they're parallel, then you use 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 to find the total resistance. Well, it's completely opposite for the capacitors. So if you want to find the total capacitance, then you simply add the parallel capacitors together, and that's how you can add these. These are very easy. Now, when they're in series, again, with resistors, series resistors, you just add the resistances to get the total. And for the parallel capacitor, the series capacitors, to find the total, you use the 1 over formula like we did with resistors in parallel, 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2. Using this, we can find, hopefully, you can find the capacitance for the entire circuit. Okay, so that's the start. Then one of our most important formulas is Q, the charge, is equal to the capacitance in times the voltage. Now, of course, if we have the entire circuit, we know the voltage for the whole circuit, you'll know the whole capacitance, and you should be able to solve that pretty well. One little tiny hint, when you discover the charge, and so that's a very useful thing to discover the charge. When you discover the charge, because you'll have all this, all of it resides right here. And all of it resides right there. So you got all the charge, it's all building up on both sides. So you can find that charge for the entire circuit, and it's also the charge that is on just the 5 microfarad capacitor. Should be good enough to get you started.